so United fans, you guys are eating good these days. United has won their back-to-back. That's 3 matches in a row in this month. And your manager is now standing as one of the contenders of Manager of the Month award, Premier League. You know what it is? And Ratcliffe's statement, how he has stabilized the team. How do you feel about those things that happened in your club?
Well, not just Amorim deserving Manager of the Month, but Mbumo equally deserving Player of the Month.
Mbumo again?
Yes, he deserves Player of the Month. Trust me. He was pivotal to the win versus Sunderland. He was pivotal to the win versus Liverpool. And he was also equally the person who carried the Brighton game. You get it? So honestly, I don't just have a Manager of the Month contender. I have a Player of the Month contender. I want to say this and I want to say it very clearly. You understand? My team is, coming together. My team is coming together. I can see it. I can feel it. What we just need to do now is to make sure that we don't, remove our leg off the pedal. Like my manager said, it's one game, then another. We are not dreaming of becoming anything or achieving anything yet. What we just want to do is understand how to play as a team. Once we understand how to play as a team, understand how to stand for each other, then we can move forward. And then back to Amorim too. Honestly, I think if there's anybody who deserves this peace, if there's anybody who deserves this reign of, stability and, positive results, I think it's Amorim. There is no need talking about how bad he has been because it's too clear. He has been so bad and so awful for him that we were calling for his head. And rightly so. That is our job. Our job is to put pressure on the manager for him to perform. And gladly he's performing now. You understand? He's performing now. He's the best manager. I was looking at the goals scored in this month. I think Manchester United, if we are not the top goal scorers as a team, I think we'll probably come second. We scored 2 versus Sunderland, scored 2 versus Liverpool, and then we put 4 past Brighton. We could have even gotten more. Do you understand? So Amorim's team is coming together. I'm beginning to see that he is starting to know not just, himself, but the type of players he wants to use. You are beginning to see Luke Shaw getting some minutes more. You are beginning to see Delete more. You are beginning to see, he just knows how to put everybody together. You understand? And one of the biggest problems we used to have is the positioning of that left wing back area. You get it? From the person who's playing the left wing back and the person who's playing the inside 10 who's going to be deployed as a winger. We are starting to see that there's a different outlook to it. And honestly, Amorim should continue this way. Learn to tweak formations according to the opponent you're facing. Learn to adapt yourself to the situation. You get it? There was too much rigidity, too much arrogance, too much ego at the start of his career at Manchester United. But right now, I think he's starting to understand that sometimes the situation requires change. You get it? Like they say, change is the only constant thing in life. Amorim needs to change certain things and he's changing certain things. You get it? We can see the difference. Some of his fans may not agree, but you can see that there's a whole lot of formation difference. There's a whole lot of tactical difference. And you can even take a straight line from here to what Manchester United assistant talk. Was it Molliston, who said that the reason why Amorim is, being a little bit scared of going back to a back 4 or trying a back 4 is because he doesn't want people saying that you could have done this at the beginning. You get it? So it's just like an ego thing, but I think it's over now. We are starting to see the team playing where Amorim to getting it right, so I'm glad.
All right, so but would you believe that the Ratcliffe statement made everything started gelling well?
Well, honestly, we just have to agree. I personally didn't think that it was the right statement to make. Because I don't want the manager or the players to feel complacent.
But everybody criticized the statement.
No, there were a section of fans who felt that was needed, and there was also some part of the fan base who felt that it's unnecessary, given that Amorim's result has been poor. Now taking pressure off him might just make him complacent. But I think in hindsight, we have seen clearly that what Ratcliffe said at the early stage of October has affected the entire team. The players are starting to see that this is the manager they will stick with.
No matter what.
No matter what, you understand? So it's better for you to, lift your performance. You're not going to sack. No, the player won't sack the manager. Do you get? They won't be allowed to sack the manager. They too, they can feel it. Everybody has to put their hands on the table and work. All hands needs to be on deck. Ratcliffe making that statement has thrown stability into the team. The whole atmosphere is now stable. Do you understand? The players are stable. The new signings are beginning to be more impactful. We can see clearly that Kunwa got his goal, and immediately Kunwa scored that goal. If you notice something about Kunwa's game after scoring that goal is that there was a bit sense of ease. He started to do basic things. So he started to pass, started to play as a member of a team. I think not scoring really put him in a very bad place. You get it? Now the whole pressure is off. He won man of the match, and I think it's going to be positive from here on. We just pray against bad luck and injury. I think you are starting to see a very good Kunha, and you can put that by side what Ratcliffe did to the team. The stability is here, the peace is here. Everybody now knows that we are working together. Come what may, come the pressure, we are working together.
On the pitch, you guys are now connecting where there is connection between your attack and your midfield and your defense. There is very much connection. The three managers you've played this season or this month have complained or have said that you guys now are a better team. You guys connect well.
Yeah.
Everybody knows their position and knows their channel to run into, including in Bemo. You can see it from the last game you played against Brighton.
Yes.
The last goal from Bemo is connection. Yes. If Bruno didn't, connection.
I said something versus the Sunderland game. If you remember, if our fans remember, I said that versus Sunderland, there was a point in time I could see the shape of the team and it was like a 4-4-2. You could see Mbomo and Sesko very close to each other. Then Ahmad, Kuwa, and everybody falls back. Do you understand? We are starting to play a 4-4-2 formation, and that was what Ruben Amorim said. It was as if that man suggested to him what he should do, and he followed. We are playing a 4-4-2 now. Kuwa wide, Ahmad wide, Mbomo and Sesko in the central area. Then you have Bruno and Casemiro as the two, and then which makes it 4 in the middle. And you have Luke Shaw, you have Delete, you have what's the name of this guy? Euro. And who else even played yesterday again? Everybody, and Dalot, you understand? You see Delete and Luke Shaw and Delete playing the CB role. You see Dalot in the left back, and then you see what's the name of this guy? I know Ahmad is now the winger. Ahmad is the winger. Do you understand? Ahmad is the winger. Kuwa is the winger. Then Casemiro and Bruno makes it a 4-4-2. 4 players in the central area. Then you have the back 4 who is sitting deep. These are shapes we take. It's not like it's the standard shape, you understand? But as we move across the pitch, we change our shape and it helped a lot.
Okay, that is why they are not seeing Dogu again up front.
Exactly.
And not seeing the other one up front to go and make create the chances.
Exactly. Formerly we used to have Dogu in a very, very big space where he looks as if he's our chiefest creator, and he was not giving us anything. It was obvious there was a flaw in the formation, and that flaw needs to be corrected. And so far so good, it has been corrected. Kunha, if you want to know that this formation has been corrected, look how many attacking players we now have in the box. Formerly, it used to be scanty. It used to be just maybe Sesko. And we are trying to cross for Sesko. But when we are attacking now, you see Sesko, you see Mbomo, you see Kunha, all inside the box. And when you overcrowd the opposition 18-yard box, mistakes can happen. The first goal that Kunha scored was a lot of mistake. The second goal again, you could see Brighton was a mess the other day. You understand? Brighton was a mess. So we are starting to take shape, and it is because my manager has understand that yes, you can play your 3-4-3, but not every time, not against every opponent. You watch the opponent, you watch how they play, and then you apply what you have that is going to work best for them, and we are doing it correctly now.
One more thing, the long balls you guys have started, playing these days, from Lamens to Sesko or to any opposition defender, then wait for second balls, then attack. What has it done to you? Because normally this is not what the plan was at the beginning of the season.
Well, if you look at the type of midfield we have, we just have to be honest with ourselves. We don't have first phase midfielder. Bruno is not a first phase midfielder. He's not the type of person who has the patience to come deep, pick the ball, and gradually progress it. You understand? There are players who are naturally, positioned for that type of thing. They have it in them to connect passes from the base of the defense down into the middle, then to the attack. Bruno always look at just one position on the pitch, which is the final third. You understand? Yeah. He does not. The first third is not his business. Neither the second third. You always look at the final third. So what we have done is we've decided that okay, no need for gambling around the first third. What we do is we loop it. After all, we have a striker who can play everybody in. You get okay. We have a striker who can do it. He did it perfectly yesterday. So beat the first press by looping it to Sesko. Sesko gathers the ball, give it to Mbomo, who is waiting for the second ball or the third ball. And that was what we did versus Liverpool. We won the second and the third ball well. You understand? Amorim said something. He said against Liverpool, he was not going for the first duels. You understand? He was waiting for the first ball and the second ball. And once we gather it, we can play ahead. We are doing that very well now. You understand? Amorim should. I think he's going to be a proper manager going forward. Why? Because he has learned to be flexible. At the top, you have to be flexible. You understand? And with that, I think we'll get better.
So what you are saying is that United's pattern of play is that to loop the ball and wait for their opposition defender to bring it back so that you will win the second ball, then attack from there because of the condition or the type of midfielders you have in Bruno Fernandes?
Not so. Not it's not going to be. It's not one way for everybody. You understand? It's not like it's going to be that for everybody. There are teams who apply that to. There are teams who dominate from the ground.
On the team.
Yes, you understand. We are adapting the game to the team. Do you get? If the team allows us to, loop, we loop. If the team allows us to play from the ground, we do that. Yesterday, you look at Brighton. We didn't do none of that. We didn't loop. We played from the back at some point. Sometimes we loop. You get it? If you notice, yesterday's game was the first time Lammers was actually playing from the back. He was passing yesterday. The other day, rather, not yesterday. He was passing.
Because he found spaces.
He found spaces, exactly. So it's not going to be one size fits all for every team. There are teams that, okay, we tweak. There are teams that will feel like this goes for you or that goes for you. But anyways, I'm glad Amorim now understands that.
All right. So, Man United fans, what do you think about this? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at Football Analysis 247 and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.